Hello friends, Clayton Phillips here from Woody's RV World in Leduc, Alberta, Canada. We're just south of Edmonton, 15 minutes, and I'm going to shoot a fly-through video on a Grand Design Solitude 377MBS. This is the full-body Solitude, folks. It's got all the Solitude features in a mid-lounge. So if you're looking for something with a little bit of extra sleeping capacity, not a dedicated bunk model per se, but want to have that little extra room for some grandkids or some relatives or friends that are going to come and visit you while you're out camping or sitting out at the seasonal site, this trailer may be right for you. So again, Grand Design, we're going to cover a lot of detail as we do in all the other videos, folks. So, you know, hold on, and we're going to jump right into it. So true to form for Grand Design, folks. Structure, foundation, lamination, the way they manufacture their product, the way that they put their trailers together. They don't just do the run-of-the-mill build like everybody else in a lot of cases. They're going the extra step, and we're going to talk a lot about extra step features that you can see, but also the things that you can't see in their products that, you know, a lot of times you walk into other trailers out there, manufacturers are fantastic at making the products look good, but there's a lot of behind the scenes things that Grand Design does that a lot of people, unless someone's talking about it and sharing it with you, you don't really get a true appreciation for what they're doing. So, but we're gonna jump into that. So with the Solitude, folks, fully painted front caps. They use an automotive paint on the front cap versus a gel coat. What's really nice about that, we've noticed with front caps in the industry over the last number of years that the heat that's, you know, created behind that front cap when the sun is beating down on it, if you have a gel coat front cap, there's a greater chance of that cloudiness, discoloration, fading coming down the front cap. And to repaint that front cap or to repair the issue, you basically got to pull the graphic off, you got to paint it, take it to a body shop. It's quite expensive. In Canada, you know, it could be a couple $1,000s plus the cost of the labor and the graphic. So with Grand Design, they're solving that at the factory with a fully painted front cap. The graphic on the Solitude, folks, as well as all their other products, are a 3M graphic. Comes with a 5-year warranty. It's got a higher UV coating on it. It's a thicker graphic, and it's just going to stand up the test of time a little better than some other graphics that are used in the industry as well. The front caps that Grand Design builds into their molds, they're called structure caps. And most manufacturers are using a structure cap, okay? So basically what they do is in the mold when they're building it, they're creating a lot of hard edges and lines just to give, you know, a really nice look on the front cap, but also structural rigidity to it so that when they put that front cap on, it goes on square. If you have too much flex in the front cap as they're mounting it, if they don't put it on square, it can, you know, have some adverse effects with towability, potential slide out, bedroom slide out, not sealing properly, those types of things. But again, Grand Design going the extra mile. In behind their front caps, they put an aluminum steel cage that goes from sidewall to sidewall, top to the floor of the upper deck, and that really strengthens the front end. So they're not just relying on the structure cap alone, they're actually putting that steel cage in behind that front cap, fully insulated as well. So you've got an R40 coming down your front cap with all the insulation they pack in there, which is fantastic. So a lot less deflection in the front cap. I mean, this is a big, heavy trailer. Your hitch weight is just over 2,700 pounds. And if you're going down the bumpy road, going into your favorite camping spot, doing the long journey, you don't want to have a lot of deflection in your front cap or movement because that, again, can have adverse effects on the trailer overall. So up here underneath the air dam on the front end of the front cap, they do give you the LED docking light, which is tied into the same switch that gives you the really nice LED strip lights down either side of that front cap, just really giving you a really nice sharp look. Grand Design on the Solitude gives you the Rotoflex pin box by Trail Air. This has a rubber bushing right up here up front, and that will help reduce the amount of chucking that you can get. If you've ever pulled a fifth wheel before, sometimes you get a little bit of slop in there. where the fifth wheel attaches to the fifth wheel hitch, and if you pump on the brakes, you can get some chucking. That this Rotoflex pin box really helps absorb that and just makes for a nice smooth pull, which is really good. We option in on all of our Solitudes, or try to, the pre-wire for the generator. So that's that metal shroud that you see right here. Your 5500 watt Onan LP generator would go in there. When you do the option, you get the shroud, but you also get the wiring to be able to, you know, turn it on from inside the trailer, as well as the fuel line to be able to hook up to the propane system as well. So you've got dual 30-pound propane tanks, which are on either side of the trailer. Beside the shroud for your generator box there, you can put in a couple of 6-volt batteries. They do give you the one vented box. If you wanted to do dual batteries, we'd put in a bigger box and get you set up real nice. Always recommend dual 6s, as well as a solar panel on the roof. And then if you wanted to add that generator, you would be fully self-contained, which is absolutely beautiful. So coming down the driver's side of the coach, we're going to zip in on the weight badge here. So the dry weight on this particular trailer, the way it sits as it came off the assembly line with the equipment we optioned it out with, is 14,054 pounds. Your GVWR rating on this particular fifth wheel is 16,800 pounds, giving you a cargo carrying capacity of 2,686 pounds. And as I mentioned, the hitch weight on this trailer is 2,750 pounds, which is what Grand Design calls that hitch weighting at. So ideal truck would be a 1-ton diesel, you know, dually, single rear wheel, depending on what you have. And you know, a lot of the drivers that are hauling these up from the US are pulling them with 1-ton single rear wheel or dually trucks, and don't have a problem doing it. So again, we're going to jump into the storage compartment here with Grand Design. One of the things that you'll find with Grand Design, it's a wide body trailer. So it's 6 inches wider than most other products out there, and what that gives you is more exterior pass-through storage. That extra 6 inches on the main body width, when you're talking a trailer, this particular trailer is 40 feet 10 inches, can really add a lot of square footage, not just to floor space and livability, but to storage as well, and to be able to give you some really unique floor plans. But in the Solitude, the S-Class and the regular Solitude, they give you the Lippert Z chassis, okay? And so just to give you an idea what that is, that frame rail right there is the Z portion of the chassis. That's the drop frame portion. Okay, so with a lot of products out there, they'll do a straight rail. So the main rail, which is underneath the slide out, which we'll show you, can continue on straight. So basically what can happen is in other products, you can get, you know, 6 to 8 inches in on the storage, it goes up and then across, so you get less storage. With Grand Design on their Solitude, they're using that Z-rated chassis, so you get that seamless flat floor from one side to the other, which creates for industry-leading pass-through storage. But again, if you really want to look at the quality, the fit and finish, I encourage you to look up inside other manufacturers' storage compartments. You'll find with Grand Design, you can find anywhere between 2 to 3 more studs in their pass-through storage compartments. The aluminum tubing is typically taller, it's got a thicker gauge to it, it's fully bead welded together, like done very professionally. Okay, these pass-through storage compartments are all heated as well. There's a heat duct that runs right through here, heat duct right there, so you know it helps keep the edge off in here. Just creates a little extra buffer between, you know, the bedroom bathroom area above when you're doing some cold weather camping. So beautiful, beautiful storage compartments, and you'll find in all of their fifth wheels, they're fully unobstructed. So the bottom of your toilet, you don't have that big black PVC pipe running down the off the bottom of your toilet through the middle of your storage compartment. So fully unobstructed, which is fantastic. The remote they put on the door, they swing it out. It's a little easier to read, which is nice. So, but that will operate the 6-point hydraulic leveling system on this particular trailer, and it has the auto return feature. So it memorizes the last spot that you unhooked from, so when you go to re-hook up again, it hooks up nice and easy. Okay, magnets, barn style door on the one side. This door lifts up so it doesn't fold open over top of your hot water heater and furnace, which blow hot air. Grand Design's thinking from that perspective, and they use magnets everywhere to be able to hold those doors wide open, which is really, really good. Their utility compartments are first class. You get the Nautilus P1 utility system here. I talk about it in all the videos. They use it exclusively on all of their fifth wheel products. It's all color coded. Super easy to use the water, from dry camping off your water pump to city water, winterizing to suck the antifreeze in, to, you know, if you're getting low on your fresh water, which in some cases is pretty doubtful. You do have a 93 gallon fresh water capacity with this trailer, but you can backfill into your fresh water tank through this system as well, which is cool. Black tank flush to help, you know, rinse out your black tank when you're draining. Outside shower hookup there, comes with the coil sprayer hose. Water pump switch, so that if you're pulling out of that provincial campground and you want to activate your water pump without having to go all the way back inside the trailer to be, you know, open it up and that sort of thing, you can turn it on and off right here as well. All of the coax cable connections throughout their products are all set up for the satellite capability. So if you want to run dual receivers in the trailer, you know, we can do all those sorts of things. And then the 110 plug here as well. Further down, you've got a little switch here, and this will activate the blue lighting up underneath your bedroom slide. So rather than a big obtrusive floodlight that sits up nice and high on the driver's side of the trailer, which typically shines right in your neighbor's bedroom window, if you're at a tighter camp spot, you flip those blue lights on. Very minimal power draw, but at night, if you want to access this side of the trailer, you know, you're not, you know, bothering your neighbor, you're not, you know, less chance of bonking your head on the slide out, that sort of thing. It just makes it a lot nicer for what they're doing there. And then you've got the whole house water filtration system. It does about 6,000 gallons of water. It comes with the cartridge as well. So, you know, if depending on if you're at a provincial campground or where you're bringing your water in off of a well, it's going to help, you know, filter out that sediment that you don't want pumping through all your lines, which is good. Again, this is a heated compartment. You got the heat duct there, but you'll find PEX plumbing lines, upgraded fittings. That valve there is up inside the heated area as well, which is real nice. It's not below the trailer protected. Your gate valves are all protected up inside that heated area as well, which is good. So we're just going to shoot up underneath the trailer here, get down nice and low. There's a few things going on here on the off-door side of the trailer. One, again, fully enclosed heated underbelly. They do a double battent insulation in the Solitude, which gives you an R45 in the floor. So if you're into using this thing in the wintertime, sub-zero temperatures, oil field guy or whatnot, or just heading south, super good R values in the Solitude. But one thing to point out is they've got this rail tight system, and that rail type is that aluminum bar there, and what that does is a lot of manufacturers, all they use is the screw with a washer, and what will happen is you'll get gaps between the screws where heat can escape. Grand Design is using that simple aluminum strip to be able to hold that coroplast or underbelly up nice and tight. And if there ever is an opening, sorry about that. If there ever is an opening, you know, they'll do the spray foam insulation, but you can see just real how, you know, how nice and clean their underbelly is on their particular products. So, and you'll find this exclusive through all of their products. They don't run the rail tight on all the reflections, but on the Solitudes, Momentums, those types of things. And then across, which we'll show you on the other side, you've got that undercarriage LED lighting on the entry side of your trailer as well, which is really, really cool. So, another nice thing about this particular floor plan is your hot water heater, 12 gallon, and then you've got your 35,000 BTU furnace as well, which is standard for most of the, 95% of the Grand Design product. They're using that 35,000 BTU furnace. So again, Grand Design, you want to see quality, fit and finish. Look underneath their slide outs. This particular slide out is the mid lounge slide out, but they don't use any Darko fabric on the bottom sides of their slide outs. Very clean. Again, here's the double stacked chassis that they use from the main frame rail over to the Z drop frame. So very, very clean, very professional, done right. So Talk a little bit about the sidewall construction. Grand Design uses a fully laminated slide system. So every vertical wall in the trailer, the main wall, the rear end wall, is fully laminated, okay? They don't do hung walls on the ends of the slides like a lot of manufacturers. They don't do a hung wall on the rear wall like some manufacturers. Grand Design laminates every single vertical wall panel in their product, and that's why they could come up with that 3-year structural warranty. And they've had that warranty since their inception 6 years ago. And they did that because they built the RV to support that 3-year structural warranty. Some of the manufacturers have now come out with a 3-year structural warranty. The difference in a lot of cases is they didn't change how they manufactured the product. All they did was raise the price or decontent the trailer to keep the price down. If they kept the content the same, the price went up, and they just charge you more for, you know, accommodating the influx and warranty claims. With Grand Design, they were thinking, and they built the product to support the warranty. On the slide outs, fully laminated, like they are all built to exact specifications for the floor plan that it's designed for, and that roof of their slide out is fully laminated and insulated as well, so that you can literally stand on the tops of Grand Design slides that are that strong, which is real neat. We're gonna jump here underneath again as well. So one thing I absolutely love, you get the T-handle for the drain on your fresh water tank there. So again, 93 gallon capacity on your fresh water tank. So you could imagine if you had a 1/2-inch water line with a little 1/2-inch plug that you had to get on your back to unscrew. It takes a long time to drain. With Grand Design, they give you that T-handle, you reach down, pull that, and that, you know, 1.5-inch water drain valve will drain that water tank in a real hurry, which is good. Another thing on the chassis, Grand Design, because it's 8.5 feet wide, you can be up to 5 inches wider on their frame rails versus other manufacturers. So they've got more steel, more foundation. They're not the lightest product in the industry, and nor are they trying to be, but they are just foundation, very, very, very strong. The nice thing about having that wide stance frame rail is that they can insulate. Sorry about that. They can insulate between the frame rail and the holding tank. A lot of manufacturers on the narrow bodies, they do not insulate between the holding tank and the frame rail. More chance of, you know, freezing, wearing out on your fresh water tank or black tank, gray tank, because you've got that friction. Grand Design is physically insulating between the frame rail and the holding tanks, which is real nice. So again, R45 in the floor. Coming to the back of the trailer here, we'll show you Grand Design ladders on every single thing that they build, so that full walk-on roof. They want you to be able to access the roof. They want you to be able to sweep off the tops of the slide outs. They want you to be able to have, you know, change out a roof vent in a pinch if you happen to break one or that sort of thing. You know, to be able to do some touch-ups on roof sealant and that type of stuff, to be able to maintain your RV, Grand Design gives you that ladder. Now, one thing they do on the ladder, they don't just run the screws into the sidewall into fiberglass and foam. Wherever you see an exterior fastener on a Grand Design product, that screw, that steel screw, is either going to get screwed down into a sheet of steel that's laminated within that sidewall, or into an aluminum tube with a wood dowel stuffed in it. Very, very important to support that steel screw in the product. So again, we're going to jump up underneath here, show you that ground clearance lighting, which is really nice. It really creates a nice mood at night, especially underneath the trailer. Indirect lighting. Don't have a big light blazing you in the face as you're enjoying the outdoors on your Solitude. So, and that goes right from back to front, which is really, really cool. Again, another shot on the bottom sides of their slide outs. Very clean, done professionally, all spray foamed in all the openings where you've got cables and that sort of thing running inside the trailer. What's nice about this particular floor plan, folks, you have a ton of awning space. So on your slide out here, your main slide out, your awning is 10 feet 4 inches. Good size awning, paired with another 20-foot power awning going from the door forward. Okay, what's really nice about that is that you've got a ton of patio space. usable camp space while it's raining, if it's raining while you're camping, if it's super sunny, that will help keep the shade down, you know, the heat down on the inside of the trailer if you're dry camping. But again, on the Solitudes and Momentums, they run that LED strip light in the roller tube, which is really nice. I kind of like it. It kind of acts as a bit of a chandelier. You can position that light because it's on the roller tube. You can electrically turn that roller tube so that that light points straight down over top of a picnic table. It eliminates the shadow as opposed to having the light on the wall of the trailer, playing cards, that sort of thing at night. Just a lot of flexibility with that. And these awnings are fully adjustable. So if you want to do a tilt to the awning to allow for water to run off and that sort of thing, you can divert the water whatever way you want it to go. So 3 years structural warranty, thump here, fully laminated, built just like the main sidewall. On the Solitude, regular Solitude, they do a Lamilux 4000, which is a full gel coat, just like a boat hull. So you don't see the fibers of the fiberglass, so less chance of discoloration. If you're to ever damage the exterior wall of the trailer, they can patch it and do that repair work, put that gel coat back over top, and it really reduces the chances of seeing where that repair has been done. So lend a hand grab handle as well. WeatherTech insulation system as well, or package. So R40 in your roof, your front cap. Because this is a 2 1/4 inch sidewall, because it's a wide body, they can go to a thicker sidewall. You get an R11, so 2 1/4 inch, most are 2 inches. And then you get that R45 in your floor. Now their slide floor is an R24 as well. We option in the heat blankets on this product as well. So you've got 12-volt heat blankets on your fresh, your gray, your black. And with your furnace running, it pumps heat down into those where the holding tanks are, and those holding tanks are compartmentalized with a thermal blanket to hold that heat in, which is really good. And all of the Solitudes, every Grand Design product has been temperature tested on this particular product to -4 degrees Fahrenheit, which is between -18 and 20 Celsius. They've temperature tested and it passed the test, which is really, really good. What's new for this year, 2019, is your RAM assist step. I kind of equate it to a laptop lid. You can kind of stop it anywhere. So if you're a smaller person, not as strong, the RAM assist can help you lift the stairs in and out. What's neat about this step system versus the old school steps is that your step is protected as you're going down the highway, which is nice. You're going to get to your campsite, you're going to have a nice clean step, which is cool. No step well to worry about. But also Grand Design's thinking that if you get that step dirty while you're camping, they give you the spray port here right at your front entryway. You use that coiled hose that I mentioned earlier to spray off your steps and to be able to clean them up nice and clean. So beautiful, beautiful step here. Then we're gonna shoot over to the pass-through storage compartment here again. What's new for 2019 as well is central vac. You got the IntelliVac here right in your pass-through storage. They give you the port inside, which is really nice, and you get that central vac to be able to do your cleanup inside the trailer. But again, beautiful storage. Show you all that nice aluminum tubing, battery disconnect switch, all that sort of stuff, and then you've got that nice LED strip light that I mentioned before. So we're gonna jump back here, give you another outside shot before we jump inside the trailer here. So again, going over lots of detail. We're Woody's RV World in Leduc, Alberta, Canada. Just took over the #1 spot for Grand Design in Alberta, our little dealership here in Leduc. Very proud to represent this product. Oh, one thing I didn't talk about was the running gear. So Grand Design here, folks, uses the Dexter towing system. So Dexter axles, Dexter Never Adjust brakes, and Dexter Easy Lube hubs. The axles come with a 5-year warranty. The hub itself is an Easy Lube hub. So what happens is if you want to change out the grease, you have a grease gun. As you're injecting the new grease into the center hub there, what happens is that there's a center cylinder that pushes the new grease in, and the old grease, once it gets to the back, it cycles back around and comes out the front of the hub around the end of the grease gun. So once you see that dirty grease go to nice clean grease, you wipe it off, put the cap back on, and you're done. It's much cheaper option, and you get a full repack on your bearings, which is real nice. Unlike some manufacturers where you got to take them back every couple years, 3 years, depending depending on how much travel you do, and to get a full repack can get quite costly. The other thing, this is a 16-inch G-rated tire, so it's got a real nice strong sidewall. It's a Westlake tire, so it comes with that nice 5-year warranty, 12 months, no questions asked. So if you have an issue within that 12 months that falls within the warranty guidelines, they don't even ask you the question, they just get you a new tire. And that's supported by Grand Design, which is really, really nice. So beautiful towing system. And then you get that Equiflex suspension, which has that rubber bushing in there, creates for a more free-flowing tire within that wheel well. So going in potholes, over speed bumps, that sort of thing, really reduces the amount of chucking. If you get that washboard as you're towing it down the gravel road, prevents that, a lot of that vibration going up inside the trailer and affecting the goods you're packing inside. So, but again, look how tall that frame rail is. Super strong. Powder-coated chassis, beautiful. All right, let's head up inside. New thing for Grand Design as we jump inside here, they just forged a relationship with NTP Stag. NTP Stag is a national parts distribution company in Canada and the US. They got parts depots everywhere. So with this new relationship, this is an industry first. They're the only manufacturer doing this. They have a certain list of items that NTP Stag keeps for Grand Design at each one of their distribution centers. And the beautiful thing about that for us as a dealer is if you have an issue or you need to replace a part that falls within the list that NTP Stag carries, we get the part a lot quicker. And in Canada here, we have that border to deal with that can really slow things down. So historically, having to order parts has been painful, to say the least. Now, because Grand Design has such a focus on customer service, they really want to make it easy for dealers in Canada and the US to get you down the road quicker, and arming us as dealers to be able to do that, which is fantastic. And we're already getting parts. Nothing's changed on our end. We still put the order in through Grand Design. They contact NTP and they ship us the part, and the part comes in, and we can get you down the road a whole lot quicker, which is really nice. Their values at Grand Design mirror a lot of what we represent here as a dealership as well. So, customer focus, which is real good. Down the entry side of your trailer, one of Grand Design's DNA items that they try to do in most of their floor plans, of course, floor plan specific, tons of windows on the entry side of your trailer, folks. Tons of windows. Why? They want you to be able to look into your camp space, not just your neighbors. And what's really nice about this, you'll find with this particular layout, especially in the Solitudes, super tall slide boxes. Like, their slide boxes, folks, are so tall. And what's really nice about Grand Design, because they're 6 inches wider, they're not necessarily having to add storage to the tops of the slide outs to give you storage. So what do you get with Grand Design? You get massive windows. Like, those windows are gigantic. You can't get any more window in that slide out than what Grand Design is already putting in. One, why? They're not afraid to spend a little bit of extra money to give you bigger windows, to bring the outside in, to open up the inside of the trailer. But secondly, the structure is in the window to support, the structure is in the sidewall to support a big window. If you look in all Grand Design trailers, they frame in all of the openings on their windows with an aluminum tube. So when that clamp ring window goes in, it bites down onto a solid piece of aluminum, which is really, really good. A lot of manufacturers, through a laminated wall, what they'll do is they'll eliminate to make the trailer lighter weight. They're taking out the structure to save the weight and cost. But it's just foam there. So as the trailer's going down the road, what can happen is you get a lot more movement in that window, and it can literally spit out the sealant that they use, and in a lot of cases it's that butyl tape that dries up, and there's just more chance for moisture intrusion and delamination with a lot of the other products. Grand Design is really thinking how they do that. So again, we option in on this particular floor plan, folks. I know I'm standing in one spot here. I apologize, giving you tons of information. We option in as a dealership here the thermal insulated dual pane windows on all of our Solitudes. That creates a cooler trailer when the sun is beating down on the outside, but also a warmer trailer, less chance of the frost developing on the windows and that sort of thing for the colder weather use. What's really nice about the window valances on the regular Solitude, this is a solid wood window valance. Like, it is a really rich high-end look that they've applied to the windows on this particular product. The blinds are all an MCD roller shade, so it's a true blackout blind, Very nice window. It's not that pleated shade that you find with a lot of other products that still lets a lot of light in. This is a beautiful, beautiful window, and the treatments that they use are first class all the way. So freestanding dinette with this. What's really nice with Solitude, folks, is they're thinking of just 2 people as well. So 2 of these chairs fold up. The 2 outside ones have a metal, they actually fold up nice and flat. You can store them underneath the bed or in the front closet. If it's just the 2 of you, makes it easier getting in and out of the dinette when you're using it. But if you notice, there's no center leg underneath this table. What's nice about that is if you're a bigger person, or a smaller person for that matter, you're not even worrying about banging your knees and your feet off of a center leg. That table is physically mounted to the wall. I mentioned earlier about laminating in steel into the sidewall. That's what they do on this table as well. So I've got the flip up table extension flipped up here, and literally, like, I'm pushing on this table and there is not a ton of movement. There's a little bit similar to what you get with a center mounted leg, but what's nice about that is the flexibility that you get with not having that foot there, which is really, really nice. So, and then the 2 outside chairs here have storage underneath them as well to be able to tuck things up out of the way. So theater seating. On the narrower theater seating, they're going to that center armrest, which is nice. Thomas Payne style. Very, very good quality furniture. Designed for the RV, but super comfortable to sit at. They try to position as many of the super comfortable seating positions across from the entertainment as possible. So directly behind me where I'm sitting is your fireplace, your television. So you're going to want to sit in that chair taking a movie on a rainy day. Those chairs have heat, massage, and electric open and close. That's what you get with the S-Class and the regular Solitude. What's new for this year is you do get the swing tables, which they had, but the controls used to be around the cup holder underneath, which made it a little more difficult to access. In this model, they've attached the open and close, the light, massage. They've given you a USB connection there as well to charge a cell phone right on the side leg there. So much easier to access, and you can utilize that table for storing some goodies, which is nice. Again, like I mentioned before, folks, this is a wide body trailer, so you get a longer couch at the back, plus you still get the nightstands. In the narrow body trailers, typically what you'd give up is the side tables. Okay, so with Grand Design, you get the side tables, you get the longer couch, you can lay down on that couch, watch a movie, which is nice. Some people like to stretch out like they do at home. Lots of plug-ins, 110 plugs everywhere. That's where Grand Design shines, folks. USB connections. Show you on both sides of the couch if you got people hunkering down and you got a few mobile devices, which is real nice. Extra storage above, that sort of thing. So beautiful, beautiful trailer, folks. Got the LED television, fireplace. Now talk about the heating again. 5,000 BTU heater on your fireplace. Which is nice. That fireplace is super quiet. Like, you can barely hear it when it's running. So if it's a little cooler out and you don't want to run your furnace to, just take the edge off in your living room, you can turn on that 5,000 BTU heater and it will gently warm up the interior of the living area, which is real nice. Good for movie watching, that sort of thing. But paired with your 35,000 BTU furnace, you've got 40,000 BTU of heating capability. We option in the heat pump as well on top of that rear air conditioner as well. So you can utilize that heat pump in that rear air to heat the trailer as well, which would be additional BTU rating on this particular product. And like I said, your furnace heats your tanks when it's running. It pumps heat down into that holding tank area, as well as you've got the 12 volt heat blankets on all those tanks as well. So dual heating system on this particular product. Also, Grand Design DNA item, they don't do heat ducts in the floor. They port it up through the island or snake your heat ducting through the cabinetry. So it's a much quieter system when it's running. Very, very efficient, and less chance for dirt, debris. If you got a puppy, the dog hair, the dog food, as you're sweeping out the inside of the trailer, you don't have to worry about the that dirt and debris going down into your heat ducts. Plus, you have a much stronger floor, less chance of soft spots developing as time goes on. So great big island, solid surface countertops, indirect lighting around underneath the edge there, which makes it nice for a night light at night or for movie watching, that sort of thing. Great big sink. This is the 60-40 split. This is massive, huge sink with pull down faucet as well. So really giving you all the stuff in Solitude. Grand Design, again, folks, they're not afraid to spend a little bit of extra money to give you that extra value where a lot of manufacturers will hold back. Beautiful pantry, even the finishing. They give you the shelves with the LED strip light in there for at night if you're a midnight snacker. Want to reach it to the back and grab your favorite snack, but beautiful pull-out drawers. They do a really nice finish on the end of it. So really doing a nice job. Solid plywood construction, ball bearing drawer glides. Standalone oven and range top. Okay, so the range top's got a, you know, newer style looking residential style range top. It's got the electric start on it, which is nice. And then what's new for the oven is that you don't have to use a pilot light like an igniter, get on your hands and knees like the old school ovens and open that up, get a flashlight out to light it. It automatically lights right with the knobs, so it makes lighting that oven so much nicer. Furrion has really done a good job the last couple years in challenging the appliance manufacturers to come out with new features, edgier designs, and they've really set the bar nice and high, and they're definitely benefiting from it because Grand Design goes with the Furrion convection stainless steel microwave as well. So Furrion throughout. On the refrigerator, you do get the Norcold 18 cubic foot gas electric refrigerator. I absolutely love this refrigerator. It works on propane and 110, which is great for mobile use up here in Canada. Not a big fan necessarily of the residential refrigerators. However, we can order you in a trailer if you have to have it. With this, it's hooked up to the propane system. You got propane in the trailer already, and that's the largest gas electric refrigerator in the business. We'll just pop this open for you, give you a little idea of what you get. The extra shelf in the freezer versus a 12 cubic foot fridge, so much bigger. And then further back or further down here, just really nice, real nice size here on your refrigerator. Got the crispers down below. They've done a fantastic job with this refrigerator, and it's stainless steel to match the other appliances. You've got the hutch here as well with extra storage, of course more countertop, more storage, that sort of thing. So behind this cabinet door here is your convenience center. You've got some light switches here, the remote for your generator if you so choose to add one in later. All your light switches, the tank heater switches, hot water heater, gas and electric, your tank monitors. Again, folks, fresh water capacity, 93 gallons. Gray water, that's 2 grays, sitting at 100 gallons. That's massive. And then your black tank, 1 toilet in this trailer, 50 gallons, like unbelievable tank capacities, industry leading. And then you got your slide switches and your awning switches as well. So beautiful, beautiful setup. Coming into your mid-lounge area, of course, this has got the trifold couch that slides out, so you can turn this into a middle TV room if you have some guests over and you know, entertaining in the living area and you just want to hunker down for a movie or that sort of thing. We've sold this floor plan to a lot of people that have seasonal sites that don't necessarily pull it around. And what's really nice about the center room here is you do get that bigger bed for guests to be able to sleep at. But if you have grandkids and you got some little ones, this is a perfect playpen room. You can set the playpen up, have a place to sit down to be able to feed the baby, change the diaper, you know, that sort of thing. You get some excellent storage in this mid lounge, which is really, really nice. Or it can be a storage room. Whatever you want it to be, there's just so much flexibility with this middle lounge area. The toe kick for your vacuum is right down here as well, so you kick that open and you can even sweep into your vacuum right there, which is real nice. Sliding pocket door in this mid lounge room. Again, your steps, they go to the step plate that you know, there's no carpet here, much easier to keep clean. They've gone to the storage underneath that lower step to be able to tuck the shoes out of the way, and you've got the port for the central vac to be able to hook up your hose and do your cleanup as necessary. So one thing I'll shoot across the floor here, no carpet on your upper deck, your main walking areas, which is really, really nice. Again, much easier to sweep out and keep clean. Your pocket door here has a great big mirror on it, so just opening up the hallway area here. And then coming up right above the mid lounge, you've got a ladder that flips out, And for the grandkids that or kids that love to climb up and down ladders, you get an extra bed up here. This is a great big queen size bed, king size bed area. You can sleep 2, 3 grandkids depending on the side, or kids. Extra storage in the corner, nice window with the vent above. Beautiful, beautiful, or storage area. A lot of people, actually we sold a 377 to full timers this last year, and they were using this area to store all of their Rubbermaid bins. You know, for the seasonality up here in Canada, colder weather, we're packing gear, you know, gear that goes all the way through the seasons, and to have that extra storage you might want to keep inside. This is really, really nice. So, extra little railing here to prevent anybody from rolling out at night. The little ones like to do the flip-flop. So, and we're going to zip into the bathroom here. Beautiful bathroom. Vanity above, lots of counter space, deeper sinks. Again, more storage. Porcelain foot flush toilet. You've got the hooks behind for house coats or towels, and then the towel storage or extra storage here for, you know, towels or extra toilet paper and that sort of thing here right in the bathroom. So one-piece fiberglass shower surround on this, fully adjustable shower head with the skylight above, glass sliding doors, the seat. Beautiful. They've done just such a nice job. So, again, oh yeah, one thing, pocket door makes getting in and out nice and easy. Not really a tripping hazard on this floor plan because you got lots of upper deck area here to get in and out of the bathroom if you did have a swing door, but they do give you that pocket door. It's a little nicer, a little more protected, which is good. Up in your master bedroom here, you've got one slide out. This is a king size bed we optioned in. We can get the queen, but again, Grand Design, lots of floor space because of that extra 6 inches on the main body width. You want to look at fit and finish and just the way that a very well put together trailer looks like. Look underneath the beds, folks. Like, Grand Design finishes it off, all the proper caps. It's just everything's cut nice and tight. Just looks beautiful. You've got a dual laundry hamper, one there, one here, extra storage underneath for those folding chairs from your dinette. Spot for your jewelry here. They do put the felt lining there, so you want to store your, you know, your rings, watch, you know, necklaces, that sort of thing. You can lay it all down there. And then you got the pull-out seat to be able to, you know, sit down and put your socks on in the morning. Extra storage underneath if you wanted to use that as a laundry hamper. So beautiful. They actually designed this when they first designed the Solitude in their inception. So beautiful, beautiful underneath storage, all plywood, double gas struts, that sort of thing. And then across, we're going to just shoot over to here. Across, get a better profile here. TV above the window. Great big window there. It's a fire escape as well. But you get the 6 drawers for your chest of drawers. And then this tabletop or top flips up, and another spot to be able to tuck your, you know, some valuables out of the way, watch, jewelry, that sort of thing. So they do have the pre-wire for the washer dryer if you so choose. We can run a combo unit in here, a stackable unit, so tons of you know, height in there. You lose the shelves. If you want to do the combo unit, you can still keep the hanger rod and the upper shelf, or if you want to fill it right up with a stackable washer dryer, all the wiring's there. We can port out the dryer vent, all those sorts of things. There's your connections for your washer dryer. So LED lighting, beautiful closet here with shelving in behind. Again, that steel cage is behind this, between the front cap and this storage unit, but lots and lots of storage. Nice light above, spot to tuck your shoes up out of the way. So hanger rod, beautiful. Grand Design uses a dual AC system on this, so you've got dual 15,000 BTU air conditioners. It's their stealth AC system. It's one of the most efficient AC systems on the market, if not the most efficient. They've done their testing on it. It's not the whisper quiet mode, but it's just very close to the same noise level, but it's the most efficient. It's going to cool your trailer down a lot quicker. It's going to maintain the cool temperature inside the trailer. They use the Coleman Mach air conditioners. It's the most efficient RV air conditioner on the market, and you've got the cold air returns on there, or dumps, which work really, really good. And it's all tied into smooth ductwork. It's not hard edges or 90-degree bends. Very, very efficient. One air conditioner will cool the entire trailer as well. It's all tied into the same ductwork. It's not individual ductwork. It's all tied in. So if you're wanting to even make it even quieter, you could at night, you can run the rear air conditioner and have it real quiet in your bedroom, or if you're watching a movie, you can have that front AC running and cool down the living area of the trailer as well. And they're both dual 15,000 BTU air conditioners. Grand Design does extensive testing on all of the products that they use in their RVs so that they can mitigate as much risk to the end user and frustration to the end user as possible through that testing that they do. They don't want to do market testing and have you bear the brunt if some system doesn't work inside the trailer very well. Again, max fan in their kitchens as well. That's a rain sensor with remote. So I've gone over a ton of information for you folks. This is a Solitude. Again, one thing, Java interior. If you don't like the dark leather couch and theater seating, you can get the linen. That's the only thing that changes. So the countertops, the flooring, the window valances, the wallboard, the cabinetry all stays the same. The linen is a much lighter color if you prefer to go that way. So you've got the two options in the Grand Design product, folks. So again, covered a ton of detail. Please like, subscribe to our channel, ask lots of questions. We try to be as factual as possible based on the knowledge that we have, and we want to help you out. If you're in Canada or the US, you have any questions, please comment us. We'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible. We want to come alongside you. If you want to give us a shot to earn your business, please do. We'll bend over backwards for you, show you what the Woody's RV World Leduc experience is all about. We have a very high Google 5-star rating. Thank you to all of our customers that have posted those reviews. You've been exceptional to deal with, and appreciate your business. And we look forward to what's gonna transpire here in 2019 coming forward. So again, Clayton Phillips shooting a 2019 377 MBS Solitude by Grand Design. Our phone number is 780-986-1234, and our address 8012 Sparrow Crescent, Leduc, Alberta, just south of Edmonton, 15 minutes. Thanks for your time. Take care.